Hi, my name's Jake. The organization I decided to work with was the LASIK Vision Institute, the company I work for. Um, we do LASIK eye surgery, PRK eye surgery, and that's about it. Maybe cataracts in the future is a long way off, but otherwise, on a day-to-day basis, we see patients and make sure that we can book them for surgery to improve their journey with their vision. Um, the problem we've been having lately, at least in my region, is what days are better to book surgery. The company basically works on either a Wednesday, Friday, Saturday surgery schedule or a Thursday, Friday, Saturday schedule. That being the case, the problem is which one's better, because the idea being if you have certain days that you can do surgery on that are more lucrative than others, you want to schedule those days permanently. Problem is there's only enough surgeons to go around, so figuring out which day is better could possibly lead to further questions or further looking into whether more surgeons are necessary or if the schedule is just fine and we don't need to hire any more surgeons. My thought process being, and my hypothesis, is that Thursdays are always going to be more lucrative than a Wednesday. Hands down, I believe it's a better day, and we just need to figure out a way to test it. The best way I figured we could test it was running a survey. I sent a survey to 15 other centers, all within my region as well as some outside of it, to the center managers of each center to collect data as to how many eyes they did on each day. Now, to give a little context to things, can't really go into how much surgery costs because it does kind of go based off the patient and their prescription, but the average cost per eye is about $1,500. That being the case, it was found out that on average, if I look at my data here correctly, that in the centers on Wednesdays, the average booked was about 26 to 27 eyes a day. On Thursdays, it was about 35 eyes a day on those days. Although 8 seems like a very, small number, because it's only about 4 patients when you think about it, divided by 2 eyes per patient, it doesn't seem like it would be that much. However, 4 more eyes, revenue-wise, is an additional $12,000. It's a lot when you think about the whole grand scheme of the year, because now you're looking at another $120,000 you're bringing into your center. That can easily pay for another surgeon if necessary, can cover all your tech costs, can do a lot for the entire year. So it was found out that Thursdays were the better solution. Overall, that being the case, there really wasn't anything more to go into it as to what day was better. The best way of looking at it was just looking at the Wednesdays versus the Thursdays. But the other problem is that I asked other questions to the center manager, such as would they want to switch if possible? Would they want another surgeon if possible? If they could, would they do both or would they keep their own center? Most decided they would want to switch even before the data would come through because they just know their Thursday days have been better. Other issues were more along of why, but I guess that was the thing. Why was Wednesday not as good as Thursday? When it came down to it, the number one thing was kind of work-related issues. Work-related issues, people need to take off work for surgery. A Wednesday, a lot harder to take off a Thursday and Friday than it is just a Friday. As well as the nature of some of the surgeries. Some patients get something called PRK, which lasts a good 3 to 5 days of healing, versus LASIK, which is 1 day out, you're seeing really well. Both cases you're seeing great 5 days out, however, PRK is a little more time consuming with the healing because your vision's blurrier for a couple days before it gets back to normal. So that was the number one issue, was work. Number two issue was, well, pricing. That's always a big deal. And, when patients look at it, can they afford to miss some work? So again, it seemed to always stem back to the work. The last one was just, basically occasional family emergencies or things of that nature that allowed for them not to have surgery or whatever the case was. But it definitely seems like that's the case, that Thursdays are better than Wednesdays, given all the values. So upon all that, it seems like the recommendation would be that if you can move your schedule to a Thursday, Friday, Saturday schedule, to go and do so as a center. If that means hiring another surgeon, making another $120,000 a year, will definitely go towards paying for that surgeon at the center. And that's only an average. If you're booking more consistently on Thursdays, those 8 more eyes, it was generally more than that, but with the occasional 1 or 2 centers making less than that during the month, but your numbers will go up so it can equal out hiring another surgeon to be able to cover your costs. Otherwise, it was an interesting project, and I look forward to reading everybody else's and watching everybody else's videos. Have a good holiday season. Bye.